This is the High School Crossfire. Welcome back.
Resolved. I need to Edmond, the second farmer from Army Secondary School. Team Negative has clearly showed us that they are not conversant. They came here with no plan, body, and they clearly stated that the teachers in the competence-based curriculum are confused. This is why Team Affirmative is advocating for integration. Because if we integrate these two curriculums, we shall ensure that we reduce on the levels of confusion, because from our first speaker, we clearly stated that we are going to blend in some aspects of the old curriculum into the new curriculum. For example, the theory that guides the practical in the new curriculum. For a country to succeed practically, you need the theory, because there is no practical without theory. This is why we advocate for integration as Team Affirmative.
POI.
Rejected. They went ahead and said that integrating a new and old curriculum will be very expensive, but they did not clearly express to us how much the government is ready to spend in such a curriculum and how much is being spent now. So we are not buying that. If you clearly showed us that we are investing much money, we could have accepted. Rejected. As Team Affirmative, we are saying that if we blend these two curriculum, we shall ensure incorporation of innovative practices. For example, if you bring the theory that guides the practical part, you are going to reduce the confusion that is existing now. Now, most of the teachers have raised a challenge that there is a problem in assessment. Clearly, from my first farmer, she clearly gave you a statistic that only 35% of the teachers in Uganda are well conversant with the new curriculum. So, it means the rest of the 65% are still in the old curriculum. But these teachers are not useless. They can still help us to assess the new curriculum. So that's why we need to integrate. According to the status quo as stated by our first farmer, the government is running two curriculums in its education system currently, right now. This is why we need to say we need to integrate them, because the stakeholders were not well taught about the new curriculum before it was implemented. They said we cannot judge it before it has yielded fruits. But seriously, it has been 4 years since it was introduced in 2020, but we are seeing a lot of challenges. Even the teachers themselves, they don't understand it. He clearly went ahead and said they want to implement it more, but dear ladies and gentlemen, this curriculum emphasizes more of research, and when we try to look at the statistics, only 21% of Ugandans are online. The remaining people are offline. So research will never work in such a curriculum. That's why we need to use the knowledge in the old curriculum to facilitate such a curriculum, dear ladies and gentlemen. Uganda is facing a lot of challenges because the education system is poor, and it's to such an extent that Team Negative is coming and saying we need to do away with theory and we focus on practical. But dear ladies and gentlemen, there is no practical without theory. You need to have the theoretic knowledge first and then handle the practical. The government is spending a lot of money in poverty alleviation programs, but since everything has been said by Team Affirmative, by Team Negative, it has clearly showed us that they are not well conversant with the resolution. My third and fourth speaker will elaborate more. Thank you.
This House believes that integration of new and old curriculum will be a strategy to improve Ugandans' education. First of all, let me make one thing clear. Integration of new and old curriculum would be that we are hoping for it. We are hoping that we would integrate. It has not yet been in place, and which means that we are comparing between two curriculum combined together and over one being used alone. And you, the farmers, are coming and you're telling us that we didn't give a body and we didn't give all that. This means that we are not implementing a policy, but we are trying to improve one of these curriculum, of which it's new curriculum. You say that, and basically we want to make this new curriculum that is already in place more effective. As the negator, we are talking, actually you guys are like, we should we should integrate rejected. But this integration will be so incompatible because different learning, different goals, different teaching skills will be together, and that would not really help out. Actually, your integration will not global standards. That makes us say that really we want to build on our case, saying that the new curriculum we're going to focus on, it's going to produce more of the job creators rather than the jobs. Because we have seen that most of the old curriculum that has been in place has actually produced more of the job seekers than the job creators. And for the status quo, we have 87% of the people, of the graduates, are unemployed. Yet, curriculum. We are opting that we focus basically on this new curriculum to promote also rejected, to promote critical thinking. We know that once someone goes through this vocational training, we all know the new curriculum consists of the vocationals, the practicals, that's tailoring, that's hairdressing. This is something that is practical. Someone who goes out there can never remain jobless. So your integration seriously doesn't make things right. Your integration rather again consumes a lot of resource. The resource that should should be focusing on the new curriculum at a goal is being used again for something that we don't even know how effective it can be. We are going to rather focus on the new curriculum that has proven to be beneficial in all focus of life. At the end of the day, we all know that a person needs a job at the end of their education, so we are literally going to focus on that. And we also know that this new curriculum is going to reduce teachers' lecture delivery. It's more of not the spoon feeding, it's more of making the students creative by themselves, making the students know what they want.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.